Alright, what's going on, everyone? Yeah, so I'm gonna go over, just gonna go for a quick drive, pick up a few things from the store, talk about why this car is still worth buying in 2019. I just ordered a power steering pump for this car, so I should be fixing that random squeal I have going on. It's usually at 1900 RPM, but recently it's just been like, non-stop. It's been constant, like above 1500. It just gets louder as the RPMs go higher. It's super weird. So hopefully it fixes that. Otherwise, I'm not really too sure what it could be. My next culprit is the tensioner. Could be that. It could be a belt, maybe. I'm not too sure. If you have any ideas, please let me know, because it's super annoying. I'm trying to get rid of that squeak ASAP. I can kind of hear it right now. You probably can't, but yeah, I just got out of work. So yeah, question of the day: is this car worth buying in 2019? Yes, if number one, you don't mind having a rear-wheel drive daily. What's going on here? That dude was staring me down for no reason. The fuck? Takes forever to turn left here. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing it, actually. No left turn from 4 to 7. Yikes. I mean, yeah, you're allowed to do it. Of course, I'm allowed to do it. So yes, it's worth buying in 2019. It's rear-wheel drive, of course, so you can't, if you don't mind having a rear-wheel drive car in the wintertime, unless you have some kind of other daily driver or winter beater, then you'll be perfectly fine. But if this is your only car, you have to take into account, age, maintenance, and the biggest thing is which one you get. If you buy some 2001 is300 with 250,000 miles and it's all beat up and rusty, obviously that thing's probably not in good condition. Probably needs more work than any other is300 would. So that's just one thing to think about. I mean, overall this car is outdated. Mine is 17 years old. I mean, they're all going to be within that range because they only made them from like 1999 to 2005, something like that. Sorry if I'm wrong. Something along those lines. But yeah, I mean, they're obviously older cars. I've noticed. I mean, it's common sense that obviously older cars have more problems, but I've noticed that, the older it is, I used to think that cars were invincible, and obviously they're not. But what I'm trying to say is, if a car, I used to think I could beat on it, and it'll just drive regularly, but I didn't really realize that, the more you beat on it, the more wear and tear it puts on the car. And yeah, it's obviously common sense, but if you don't understand what, like for example, if you do a burnout, you have to understand you're not just using the engine, you're obviously putting tension on bushings, the drivetrain, the differential, everything's all connected. Even the front, brakes are those are the ones holding the front wheels, of course. So, it just puts unnecessary tension on it. It's not good. So that's why I don't like doing that as much anymore. But you gotta have some fun. What the? If you're thinking about getting this car, I obviously recommend it. I've talked about it in my past video, getting automatic versus manual. Automatic is going to cost you a lot less than a manual will, and I honestly hate how that's a thing. Like, why are we paying more for a manual? If you buy a manual car out of the dealership, they usually charge you less for that, because I'm not too sure why, but I think it's just because automatics, it might cost more to make an automatic transmission, maybe more material, and overall it's just in higher demand. I was watching something or reading something where it said, the amount of, I think it was about the new Corvette. So this, the new Corvette isn't the the mid-engine one. It's all automatic. They're making automatics, at least for right now, and that's because over time people have only bought automatics. It's decreased by it's decreased by 50%, I think they said. But I'll always have a soft spot for manual cars, but I know one day I'm gonna switch over for sure. I've already considered it. Just being in traffic and just dealing with this clutch, first gear, second gear, oh boy, it's not that fun. It's fun once you're on a track. It's fun when you're beating through gears, but it's not fun going through stop and go traffic. So another thing, this car directly competes, I guess, with the BMW 3 Series of this time. 328, 35, all those, I suppose. Oh shoot. And I would say this car is for sure better, and the main point being that it's more reliable. And you guys might have your opinions where BMW might be more reliable, or I mean it depends how you maintain your car. It depends how you drive it. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but I think overall we can agree that Toyota is more reliable than BMW, Toyota/Lexus. But hey, reliability, I mean that may not be everyone's concern, but I certainly do care about that. Park in the back here. I won't mention the best part about driving an older car is that I don't really care where I park. Yeah, I parked in the back right now, but I'll park in the front sometimes, squeezing between two cars just because, hey, who cares, man? My paint is super old already, and already somebody keyed my car on the right side. It sucks. But anyway, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So they didn't exactly have what I was looking for, so we're going back. Man, whatever happened to going to the store, like the good old days? You needed something, you go pick it up. Now you need something, you order it on Amazon. Boy, turn. So, back to our original topic. If you're looking at buying this car in 2019, my biggest point, because I mean, if you're looking at this car in the first place, you probably already know what you're getting. A 2J, obviously, rear-wheel drive, a pretty good sports car for a four-door sedan sports car, and probably one of the best Japanese JDM platforms, right? So the primary factor, I guess, would be the price, right? Like if you're gonna pay 10 grand for this thing, it's obviously not worth it. But if you get a good price, I'd say about 5 grand is most what you should pay for this car. In manual, that's taken into account the manual. So yeah, I mean, I see these things going for 6, 7, 8, sometimes 9 even all day. Being manual, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, if you find one for 5 or even lower, hey, if you find it for even lower, man, scoop that thing up and at least sell it, or at least flip it, right? That's what I'm trying to get into. So yeah, what I'm trying to make this channel is just kind of, for sure, car related. I have a motorcycle. I'll be making some videos about that. For sure, I'm eventually going to get into car flipping. I'm going to kind of go through the process, and go through the whole thing, right? I'm going to take you guys to buying a car, finding a good deal, timing it correctly, and then the steps to fixing it up if it needs to be fixed, and also selling it for the right amount, and how to target the audience of who you're selling the car to, right? If you buy a 2003 Toyota Camry, you're obviously now targeting a younger crowd. Nobody wants to buy a Camry that's in high school, unless they really don't care and just want a car to travel, or yeah, for transportation. The bottom line, all it comes down to is taking good pictures, cleaning the car before you sell it, you know, before you take the pictures, cleaning it, making sure it's, you know, at least somewhat clean when they come take a look at it. And overall, you know, I mean, a lot of it's common sense, but you'd be surprised. Like, I notice these things so much. But like, I mean, honestly, I look at Craigslist all the time. Even if I'm not even in, you know, in search of buying a car, I just check it. You know, you never know when you're gonna find a really good deal. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. For sure, gonna try to make a new video every week at least. Yeah, and let me know, you know, what do you guys, the content you want to see. I'm up for anything. I work in IT right now. I finished. I just got my bachelor's last year. Just graduated in May. So I'm open to, you know, talking about any, you know, whether it comes to advice or just pure, hey, you know, what do you think about this career or anything, you know. I enjoy cars, but, you know, I'm a pretty open dude. I like talking about anything. You know, just give me some feedback, guys. I'm open to it all. Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.